one of the things that we always do on the show is when we get a chance to hang out with awesome people like y'all, is I love to hear your stories of how you came to Navarre, your background, what you love about Navarre. So let's start with you, Charlene. So could you tell us, how long have you been living in Navarre?
We moved to Navarre in 1999.
1999.
So around 24.
Feels like yesterday to me.
Yeah.
Time's moving fast.
It's gone by very fast. When we moved to Navarre, there was not much here.
Right. Yeah, we were talking about that before we went live.
Winn-Dixie was the main grocery store here.
Yeah,
There wasn't anything else.
And what brought you here? What made you make that decision?
We had lived in Atlanta for 37 years.
Yeah.
And we were ready to come back to Florida.
Yeah.
We have, my husband was born in Tampa. I
Okay.
was born in Birmingham, which I moved to West Palm.
Yeah.
And when I was 8, and I stayed. And
Yeah.
so when it came time for us to move,
Yeah.
the kids all moved out.
Yeah.
We decided that we were coming to the beach.
And then what's your favorite part? What's kept you here, since 1999?
Actually, I love the area.
Yeah.
And the people and
Small town feel.
small
Yeah, I
town
hear that all
feel.
the time.
It's growing by leaps and bounds, but that's
Yeah.
that's gonna
Yeah,
to
and
be
with this
expected.
event, you're at the center of it.
Oh, I tell
it's
you,
exciting.
I joined the crew right in 2000. Well,
Yeah.
in 2001, but I got introduced to the crew in 2000.
Okay.
I was doing some work for the Gulf Properties
Yeah. Right.
and met a young lady in there named Audrey.
Yeah.
And she has, she introduced, she says, you guys need to come down and join our Mardi Gras crew. And I was like, I'm from Atlanta.
Yeah.
I don't know anything
You've
about
only
it.
been here, a couple of years, right?
We had only been here about a year.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but we are perfectly happy being here. The Navarre crew of
Yeah.
Jesters have really given us a chance to grow, and watching this parade
Yeah.
grow
Yeah.
for 20-something years is just amazing. From
Did you
when it
ever
started
think
out.
you would be at the center of this event?
No.
The president of the crew,
No.
running the show? Yeah.
No, I really did not,
Yeah.
because I was kind of shy about certain things.
Sure.
But you have to get out of your comfort zone if you're going to grow.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it's amazing is seeing someone get plugged in and creating all this value for so many people. And there's going to be thousands of people that are there having a great time, and they have no idea that it's because of you. It's because of you and your organization and
We
all the
work
work y'all put into
we
it.
work very hard, and the crew
Yeah.
actually we fund this completely ourselves. But we have gotten some sponsors, and later on I'll be happy to
Yeah, absolutely.
I want to thank my
Absolutely.
sponsors.
So, and I've got this great picture. Captain Bill, if I had to title this photograph, it would be A Man in His Element. Like that.
Yeah.
That's what I saw.
I am
You
living
sent
the
me-
life.
I was like, that's a man in love. You got the guitar, you got your boat there. Like that's a great photo. So, now where are you from originally? Are you from here, or did you? move from-
I moved here in '90.
in '90. Okay.
And whenever we first moved here, there was one flashing red light.
Right. Yeah.
The corner of 87 and,
Yeah.
and 98.
Yeah.
And it was red on the 87 side.
Yeah,
So-
we used to come down here for vacations in the '90s, and I didn't even know Navarre existed. We go to Destin, and we thought that was kind of out of the way, right? Like, that was hidden.
Right.
Navarre was like the secret after the secret, like people had no clue it was even here, right?
It was kind of like
Yeah.
one of the flyover cities,
Yeah,
or counties,
yeah.
or whatever.
Like you had no clue.
Nobody
yeah,
stopped.
Hopper would fly over and get a picture of all the alligators out.
And tell me if you relate to this, because part of the reason we moved to Navarre, we moved here in 2017. We came down here a couple years prior to that, and Destin at the time was just so commercial, so overgrown. I was trying to tell my wife, who's from New England, I was like, this is not the Destin that I remember when I was a kid. And then we took a right, and I said, where are we going to live? Because this ain't going to be there. And then we saw Navarre, and I was like, this is what I remember. This is the panhandle that I fell in love with as a kid. So, yeah. I don't know for you, what's kept you here this long? As it's grown and everything else?
Well, that's an amazing story.
Yeah.
My entire family stayed here.
Okay.
My kids, my grandkids.
Yeah.
You know how many places, the kids will grow up and they'll say, well, I need to get out of here.
Yeah.
And they're going to move. Not my kids. Oh
Yeah,
no,
they
they
fell in love,
loved
too.
it here. You know,
Yeah.
they loved the white sandy beaches. They loved the fact that you could walk through the sand,
Yeah.
and it would talk to you.
Yes.
You
Yes.
know, there's no other place that I've ever been.
No.
And as a captain, I did a lot of that. I mean, I've been all over the Caribbean,
Yeah.
to many, many beaches, many, many
Yeah.
harbors, and I guarantee you,
special.
this place here is special.
Yeah, and that's what's kept me here, man.
It
Is like
really is.
I had the chance to move with the military, and I switched out of active duty because I was thinking about my kids. I was like, I want them to. They have friends here. They have a community kind of like you,
Yeah,
Charlene.
that's-
They've plugged in, you know, to their elementary school and their church, and I was like, I'd be a fool to disrupt that, you know.
When we first moved here, all of our kids were marrying off and having
Yeah.
grandkids. I started getting cold feet. I was, I'm not going to get to see my grandchildren. But living here has afforded them some wonderful vacations. I
Yes.
wouldn't
Yes.
trade it for anything.
Yes, absolutely. I love that. No, I love hearing those kind of stories. So let's talk about the crew, though, because as I mentioned, I didn't know the crew existed until I've been here a couple of years, kind of like you were talking about, because I started seeing some events, and I was like, who's putting this on, right? And then, oh, it's the crew of Jesters. What is the crew of Jesters, right? And
Who
with
are
this
they? Yeah.
event, tell me about this organization. What is it? You know, is it a charity, a nonprofit? You know, tell me more about how
The
it was
Navarre
formed.
Crew of Jesters is a not-for-profit organization. We've been around since 1980. Well, the first parade was 1987.
Yeah. Okay.
The idea came about in 1986. I think there was a Ken Levesque and Bert Johnson at Navarre Orleans restaurant out on Navarre Beach.
Yeah.
It started out with 10 or so ragtag little vehicles and some jester walkers.
Yeah. How many?
And-
There's a question here live that says, how many folks are in the crew now?
Right now, the crew is only like 30 people.
That's 30 people put on an event that over 40,000 folks attend.
Yeah.
That's amazing. It's like
Yes.
the nucleus of like the whole
Well,
community.
actually, it takes every bit of us.
I'm
too.
sure. Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
But it's a
Unbelievable.
lot of work. But we parade day,
Yeah.
we work in the morning, but we play in the afternoon.
Yeah.
It's amazing to see all the people, and that's what we love. I
Yes.
love watching the crowd.
Yeah. And then how is it organized? Word is you're the boss, right?
Well,
like,
so far,
is that true, Bill? Does
Oh,
everything go through?
absolutely.
Okay. Got it.
There's no question about that.
It sounds like the military. You know exactly
well,
who's
I've
involved.
actually been president. I was president for 4 years in a row, and
Okay.
then the last probably 2 years.
Got it.
So a lot of things have happened that have put me in that position.
Yeah.
But you know, I've gotten so used to it. I feel like I'm the boss.
So you keep everybody on track.
It's family now, right?
Well, you know, it's an honor to be in this position. It's a lot of work. I won't deny that.
Yeah.
But it's rewarding.
Yeah. And then you guys, how does it work? You nominate folks every year for the parade?
Mm-hmm.
Is that?
We try to for our royalty.
Yeah.
Okay. It's the royalty
Yeah.
is someone from our crew
Okay.
that has done good things for the crew,
Yeah.
help the betterment of the crew.
Yeah.
We do choose someone from our community that
Okay.
has led the community in good ways.
Yeah.
This year, our Grand Marshal is Bart Pullum.
Oh, Roll Tide. Yeah.
Yeah,
My friend.
Bart
yeah.
has-
I know Bart well. Yeah.
He and his family were involved in the crew way back in the
Oh, the
in
history
day.
of that family with Bill.
Goes
and-
way
yeah.
back. Yeah.
Yes, it
absolutely.
does. So we and we've gotten some judges that we try to pick from.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. From
we've
other
got
folks.
3 from a lot of folks.
Yeah.
I've already chosen who I'm going to help celebrate our next year's parade.
Okay. Wow. That far. Yeah.
Well, we're trying to. Next year will be Navarre's 100th anniversary.
Yeah. That's a big one.
That's a big
yeah,
one.
it's a
So
huge
we want it to be good, and we will probably start really soon after this one planning.
you can tell a well-oiled machine, a well-run organization, because your ability, first of all, just being here, right?
Yeah.
Knowing that you got this one in the bag, you've got this
Yeah.
event ready to go, and then you're already talking about the next one. I mean, that's amazing, right? Like that
Thank
is
you.
is incredible planning and dedication. So really, really cool. Now, this isn't the only event you do, right? Because this was one of my other run-ins with the crew of Jesters. Is I was taking my kids and one of their friends to the park over Christmas a couple of years ago, and then I saw this beautiful display with the Christmas tree, and they had Santa and hot chocolate and all that stuff. I was like,
Yeah.
who was putting this on? Like, I had no idea. Was this the county? Is this the chamber? And we went over and saw Santa, and I was like, hey, man, who's doing this? And he was, oh, it's the Krewe Jesters. I was like, oh, the Mardi Gras people.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So what
We
other
do
events
this
do you do?
every
Yeah.
year for, we call it the Christmas with the Krewe.
Yeah, yeah.
We have our own Santa, and we do it for the community
Yeah.
as a thank you. It's all free. It doesn't
Right.
cost anything.
Yeah, I was like,
just
where do
come
I
out and you get your
contribute?
pictures made
Yeah.
with Santa, or you can take the pictures
awesome.
yourself.
Yeah.
But yeah, we do that for our community, and you know,
Yeah.
this past year we didn't get to. Well, we actually did it, but we did it at Andy D's. He was
Okay.
nice enough to
Yeah.
open his doors and let us come in and have
Oh, I
the
love that
children
guy.
visit Santa.
Yeah, that's another great person to be connected to. That because we did a show there a couple weeks ago, and it is hopping. I had one of my
yeah.
friends was over there last night. It's like, my goodness, this place is on fire.
Oh,
you know,
yeah,
so
it's really-
that's a great
yeah.
spot to be. This will be one of the center points for the parade too, I'm sure. So in terms of getting involved, right? Because you talked about a group of 30 folks. I'm sure there's a lot of people that want to get involved. I know I'm one of them that wants to contribute. What's the best way to do that?
The Krewe meets the second Wednesday of every month.
Okay,
At
second
the
Wednesday.
Elks Lodge over
Okay,
here
yep.
behind.
Yeah, I live right over there, yeah.
Yeah, right behind the shrimp basket.
Okay.
At 7:00.
Got
so
it.
you're welcome to come out and sit in on one of our meetings.
Yeah.
Or see us when we're out doing a meet and greet.
Yeah, that's awesome. And then
And-
in terms of sponsoring it, because I know there's folks that want to do that as well. They want to
Mm-hmm.
contribute. Who's the ones that you can name at least that are sponsoring that?
Right now,
get some
we
credit
have
to.
several sponsors, and I like to thank them all.
Yeah.
The Santa Rosa County Tourist Development
Yep.
Office.
Yep. Julie White. No, yeah.
Juana's.
Okay.
The Rudskis have been awesome with us. We
Yeah.
do our duck derby over there every
Yeah.
year, help
Yeah.
raise money for the parade. And then, of course, Andy D's.
Yep.
Samurai Japanese restaurant.
Yeah.
The Flair Boutique.
Yeah.
Daryl's 87 Garage.
Yep.
He's amazing.
Yes.
They really help us out a lot. And let's see, Ye Old Brothers.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We
Robinson?
park our we
yeah.
park our float
Great
on his
guy.
property. So
Yeah.
yeah, so we've got some good
Yeah.
sponsors here, and
That's
we're very
awesome.
proud of them, and we want them to know how much we appreciate them.
Good. Good. So you can get involved online as well, right? The website. I was looking at that. Yeah.
Yes,
You can.
you
sign up there.
can visit our website, which is nkoj.org.
Okay.
And you can check out a lot of things on there.
Yeah.
And also we have a Facebook page,
Okay.
Navarre Krewe Jesters
Got
on
it.
Facebook.
Awesome.
So we're trying to stay connected and
Yeah.
grow our crew.
Okay.
And we just appreciate you bringing us out,
Oh,
so
yeah.
we get a chance to say this.
Yeah, and one thing we haven't mentioned yet is I was looking at the website earlier tonight, and I believe you sponsor a scholarship as well.
Yes,
right?
we do.
How does that work?
You go to this. The children can go to the high school to their counselors.
Okay.
And then the counselor has all the information for the scholarship.
Awesome.
To fill out the application.
Okay.
Our program, we kind of channel toward the ones that would not ordinarily get be able to qualify for a
Okay.
scholarship.
Great.
But we've got some wonderful kids. I've
Yeah.
sat in on some of those scholarship programs, and these kids are really smart.
Yeah.
It's,
oh yeah.
it's amazing. So we will be out with
Yeah.
our sponsorship. To date, I think we've done over $47,000 for Navarre High
That's
School
amazing.
students.
That is unbelievable.
And,
That is so great.
At our balls
Yeah.
and everything, we have a silent auction.
Yeah.
Everything that we get from the silent auction
Yeah.
goes toward our scholarship.
What I'm really hearing, and I think taking away from this, is that the way that you plugged in the first year that you were here, finding this organization, that's alive and well, and that's an opportunity for folks. If you're new to Navarre, or even if you've been here for a long time, and you're saying, I want to get connected, I want to be part of an organization that's working with all the businesses and all the big organizations, the county, all that stuff, the chamber. This is it. Right? This is really the heartbeat of the community right here.
Yes, we want to get out into the community more.
Yeah.
So, but we need your help. If you want to join a crew and bring your ideas, we are ready for you.
Awesome. That is amazing.